We are moving abroad in 2025, and after months of research and planning, the cost of living abroad is shifting fast. Prices are climbing, rents are jumping, and even countries that used to be affordable, expats are now tightening their budgets. We've been tracking it closely, and if you're planning a move this year, you'll want to see what's happening right now. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. It's Zach and Bean, and today, we are packing up and planning our move, right? We are almost there, and we have been hit with some eye-opening numbers about 2025 cost of living crisis, right? Crisis for expats, right? This is actually part of our real-time moving journey, and we're going to walk you through why the cost of living abroad is rising, which countries are getting hit the hardest, and how we're adjusting our budget so we can still live the life we've been dreaming about, right? And so we actually got like a little bit of a reality check because we've been planning this move for a while. We started doing research on our scouting trips way over a year ago. We've been on a few scouting trips to like Thailand, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, all these places. And we had a moving budget in mind. But as we get closer, we're actually booking housing, flights, insurance, and we realize those numbers are a bit outdated because of inflation, currency swings, the exchange rate shifting, right? Example, the Thai baht has strengthened about 5 to 7% against the US dollar, right? So last year, which means every thousand in spending power now buys $50 to $70 less. That's what it comes out to, actually. There's been a tourism rebound. So landlords in popular expat cities are charging more because of the short-term visitors, right? Back in full swing. And then some countries have new fees and stuff, visa application fees, hidden costs that weren't there before. So, yeah.
Okay. So these are some of the countries we looked at and scouted a little deeper than others. But we want to give you first the country and city that we are actually moving to and give a breakdown of last year's costs and this year's costs.
Yeah. Because here's what we actually found out during the planning, right? Let's take Bangkok, comparing what things were just a year, 2 years ago versus what we're seeing now. Just in overall living costs in 2023, 2024, a single person living moderately in Bangkok could get by on around $1,000 to $1,100 a month. Now, mid 2025, that number has climbed to $1,180 a month. Noticeable increase that reflects like rising prices across the board. So that's roughly a 7 to 18% increase.
It might not seem like much to an American, but I think once you're living in Thailand, you'll see the differences. And of course, with Thai people, you'll see the differences.
Exactly. Now, for rent in 2023, 2024, like budget studios outside the central zones was about $350 to $470 a month. Central condos, meaning inside the city, was like $730 to $820 a month. Now, mid 2025, those same budget studios hover around $390 a month, and central condos now $770 to $1130, depending on the location and the quality, of course. And that's about to 4 to 11% for budget studios and 6 to 38% for central condos, right? And like as you were saying, this sounds like small jumps. $50 more in rent, $70 more in groceries here and there, but for expats or retirees on a fixed income,
right,
that adds up quickly.
And $50 is different. In America, $50 might not be a lot of a difference for the day.
Right.
But $50, that's a whole week in Thailand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's living for a whole week.
Yeah. So even a modest 10% increase can mean hundreds or thousands of dollars more than you budgeted. For example, if you have $100 a month increase in living costs, that's $1,200 extra a year, enough to cover several months of rent in a smaller city or multiple round trip flights for like border runs and stuff, So, yeah. from a local's perspective, as you were saying, it's for the Thais. And expats on forums say that they can find a full house for as low as $200 a month, while premium one-bedroom apartments, in favorite neighborhoods can reach up to $1,500. So these are from people on the ground. Meals that was $1.50, $2.50, is now higher, 5-10% higher. So it is getting up there to where like you have to get the current numbers and just pay attention to that. So, and if you're enjoying this video, and you love all the information we've given you, please support us via Thai tea. The link is in the description. It's a small gesture, but it means a lot to us, right? And also join our newsletter. The link's in the description. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. Head over to dakandbean.com to grab your free travel resources, our personalized itineraries, and powerful AI prompts. And be sure to join our Facebook community, Go Global, Travel, and Move Abroad, where the real conversations happen. All the links are in the description. Enjoy the rest of the video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Yeah.
Okay, so we want to give you a little gist of, like we said, the countries that we were scouting.
Yeah.
And Portugal was one of them.
Right.
So there's a few numbers on Portugal.
Right. So for the overall cost, let's say 2023, 2024, a single person could live moderately for around $1,800 to $2,000 a month. And now mid-2025, now that's closer to $2,100 to $2,200 a month, about a 10 to 15% increase, which, much of this is driven by housing and utilities, but it's still a significant increase, one would say. Rent, center city apartments is like $900 to $1,200, and the outside center is about $700 to $800. That was in 2023, 2024.
Right.
In mid-2025, those same apartments, the city center, is $1,000 to $1,400. That's an 8 to 16% increase. And outside the center is $800 to $1,050, which is 11 to 17% increase, And Portugal is still 20 to 25% cheaper than living in like a major U.S. city, but the gap is closing quickly just due to high demand for expats and investors. Yeah.
Yeah, another place that we looked at too, which is always solid, is Mexico.
Yes. So in Mexico, the overall cost for 2023, 2024, for comfortable living in many areas, it was about $1,200 to $1,500 a month, right? Now, mid-2025, it's closer to $1,350 to $1,700 a month, and that's an 8 to 13% increase, right? Rent alone is, like, especially in popular coastal towns, it's $500 to $800 a month for a one-bedroom. Mexico City, central neighborhoods, is $800 to $1,000, right? That was in 2023, 2024. Currently, that same one you would pay $500 to $800, you're paying $600 to $950 a month. That's a 12 to 19% increase, In Mexico City Central, it's $900 to $1,100 a month. That's a 10 to 15% increase. So Mexico still averages 30 to 40% cheaper than major U.S. cities, but certain tourist areas, can be heavy in catching up on prices. But imagine moving over there and you had a significant budget, and then now it has changed and everything is, more than 20% higher. Like, you are kind of like, man, I need to do something about this. I need to readjust my money. Yeah.
So the next one is one of our favorite places, which we'll probably be living in half the time too.
Yeah.
And I think it's the cheapest for the quality, and that is Vietnam.
That is Vietnam. So, and this is one of the cheapest places to live in. I would say the world. But 2023, 2024, many expats lived on $900 to $1,200 a month, In mid-2025, it's now $1,000 to $1,300 a month. That's a 9 to 11% increase. For rent, like Da Nang Studios, you can find a studio for $150 to $250 a month. In Ho Chi Minh, you could get a one bedroom for 300 to 500 a month. But now, mid 2025, the Nang studios are 170 to 280, an 8 to 12% increase. In Ho Chi Minh, 320 to 550. That's a 6 to 10% increase. Now, Vietnam is 50 to 60% cheaper than USA.
Still more than that.
Yes, to us, making it one of the most budget friendly, options. But it's still, again,
Going up.
going up. So you have to, make sure you adjust your budget for that. Yeah.
Okay. So how are we adjusting what we do? We just need more money.
You just need more money. So one of the biggest wake up calls was when we found the perfect building with all the amenities we wanted, all the stuff, just to learn it was 35% higher than last year, because this is a building we were interested in last year. And we were like, man, okay, maybe we got to readjust some stuff. And that's what we started looking into, why it was so much expensive, so much higher. So you just have to adapt. And right now, handling the cost of living increase in 2025, you just have to, I guess, pick smarter. Maybe because some people are on such a strict budget. How do you make more money if you have your retirement check? Like, how are you can't,
you have to live somewhere.
Right, right. So you can choose neighborhoods outside of the hot spots, just a short distance, from maybe somewhere that's more ideal for you. But you know what?
Which is what we would probably choose anyway.
Right. And then you can negotiate long-term rentals if you know you're going to be there. Some places let you do that, offering to prepay for several months and to get a better rate. Right. You can also try diversifying your income streams. Just because you get a certain amount, that don't mean you can't invest or do something to help you further that money, right? And shopping and eating more local, because, it always gets me that like people are over there and they eat American food all the time.
Right.
So if you kind of switch and go to local restaurants, a lot of those are a lot more affordable.
Just eat some noodles.
Just listen. I don't know. I'll be eating noodles always. I'll eat noodles before a burger,
But not like it tastes bad. It tastes good.
I know. Yeah. But that's because we love it. Yeah. That's because we love it.
We eat ethnic food in America.
Yeah.
We eat Vietnamese, Thai, and Indian food all the time.
Right. Because we had Indian food the other day. Yeah. But I can't say the last time I had a burger here. But that's it, you guys. The cost of living crisis abroad is real, right? Quotes on crisis, because it's still cheaper than America, but you still don't want to go over there, with one budget and not doing your research to see how much the increase is, but it doesn't have to kill your dream, right? With the right strategy, you can still live pretty well and enjoy the adventure. So, but like this video, share, subscribe, head over to Doc and Bean and check out our AI prompts. If you're scouting trips, we have itineraries to Da Nang, Bangkok, Chiang Mai. Yeah, join our newsletter. We keep you updated with, inside scoop of what's actually going on with us. But yeah, so we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.
See ya.